We know innovation is key to driving economic growth. It can make us more productive, adaptable, and create a higher standard of living. It can help solve some of the world's most pressing issues.
AI is that which basically a human can or should be able to do, but now a machine does. So it may be chess, it may be playing Jeopardy, it may be playing Go, it may be driving a car, it may be driving an airplane, it may be poker, or investment, or painting, or music, you name it. Anything that the human can do, that the machine does or will do.
So whether you want to be inspired, whether you want to get ideas that you can incorporate literally instantly into your company, like access to tools, technologies, it's just a fantastic opportunity to meet companies that are exponentially growing.
You will be also in the front edge of these technologies being presented for the first time, some of them, and be able to give feedback based on who you are in the audience, so that the people who are presenting their ideas or innovation can learn from that. So you'll be able to say one day, you know, I had a hand in that technology when it was first being introduced. So you get to be part of history.
My name's Tim, and I'm from a company called Rover Parking, which I founded about 2 years ago. Many of you, I'm sure, have driven downtown in any major city and had a hard time finding a parking spot. Or maybe you're having dinner and you knew that your time was going to expire and you're either going to get a ticket or you're going to run back to your car and feed the meter. Whatever it may be, every single person in this room at some time or another has had a problem with parking. Rover Parking is trying to solve some of those issues. In Canada alone, 11 million people will drive into work. 30% of traffic congestion comes specifically from people circling the block looking for a parking spot. And over $1 million will be spent in Toronto alone today on parking. So what does that mean? It means there's a lack of supply. 41% of parking garages have a waiting list for their parking. It's extremely expensive. In Toronto specifically, the median cost of parking is $25 a day. And as we all know, and as I explained, it is an old, antiquated, and manual process. So what's Rover doing about it? Well, Rover Parking is a mobile marketplace for shared parking. So what we really are, and an easy way to explain it, is the Airbnb of parking. So picture your driveway is empty from 9 to 5 when you go to work, or your business spots are empty on evenings and weekends, or your apartment building has spots that simply aren't utilized. This is a massive inventory of parking that is not currently available for the public to park in. What Rover is doing is giving those people the ability to list their spots. Well, how do we make money? That's what everybody here is interested in today. We take a cut of every transaction. So Rover takes approximately 30% of each transaction that transpires, 15% from either side. So we're here today talking a lot about AI. And one of the big trends that is happening specifically in cities and in transportation is how do we move people around, whether it be Uber Pool bringing multiple people in together, whether it be a bike share, whether it be new types of parking apps. What is happening is we're finding new ways to move people around the city, and transportation infrastructure is changing because of that. What we're really gonna see is an amalgamation of all of this within a city, so that when you leave your home, you're gonna be thinking of different ways to get downtown. No longer are you gonna drive right to your destination. You're gonna take a myriad of different technologies to get you where you want to go as cheap and as fast and as efficiently as possible. Parking is always going to be part of that process. And I'd be remiss if I did not mention the autonomous car. No longer does your vehicle need to park where you're actually going. So when we get to the point when the autonomous car is used at mass scale, parking will also have changed. And our peer-to-peer network of distributed parking will become very important, because parking lots downtown will have been turned into condos, and we need to utilize this space for the user to go to their destination and then the car to find this distributed model of parking around any city in North America or the world. A lot of talk is around Airbnb and Uber, how Airbnb is the biggest hotel operator in the world and they don't own any hotel rooms. Uber is the biggest taxi cab operator in the world and they don't own any taxis. Rover will be the biggest parking operator in the world and we won't own any parking spots. We're currently raising $500,000 to help bring this across Canada and into the US. So as I said, a car that can drive itself can park itself. Your vehicle no longer needs to park where you're going. Thank you.
If I understood your pitch, you said, unlike your competitors, you're going after primarily private households. You got to reach these people and educate them to the category, because it's a new category, before you sell your brand. And then you got to give them the business proposition that makes sense. So I'm not really sure what your marketing campaign or proposition really is to those individuals. And you've got to isolate individuals in key demand areas, because my driveway, no one's going to want to park there. Somebody else, possibly. It all depends on the area. There's a bunch of pieces to your product offering. I'm sitting here, and if I walked out, I really wouldn't have the answers to, which are key to the investment.
Yeah, so we've had over 1,500 spots listed in the GTA, and we have 20,000 people who have downloaded the app.
Download, how many have used it?
Right now, we're doing a couple hundred a month.
Hello everybody, my name is Shiva Bhardwaj, CEO and founder of Pitstop, where we predict vehicle failures before they happen. About 100 years ago, the first vehicle rolled off the assembly line and a revolution was born. And today, we're on the cusp of the next biggest revolution, the autonomous and connected vehicle. By 2020, the entire auto industry has announced that this technology will be a reality for the masses. But what's often missed in this beautiful vision of the future is the simple fact that in 2015, there's a record-breaking 35 million vehicles that broke down on the side of the road in the US alone. And this number has been increasing over the years because of the simple fact that vehicles are complicated. I mean, there's more lines of code in a car than in the average plane flying in the air today. And that's where PitStop comes in. PitStop aggregates data from vehicles, from the supply chain, and from dealerships in order to build the ultimate AI data engine. What it does is it's capable of predicting when recalls occur on the vehicle, ensuring vehicles are abiding by the emission standards, as well as identifying how particular components are failing in the vehicle and supplying that to tier 1 suppliers so they can better iterate on vehicles as we move into the future. And the reason we know that our technology is a leader in the space of predictive maintenance is because of the way we've acquired data. The first thing that we do is we work with multiple vehicle brands. So we're not just stuck with Ford, for example, and we're collecting onboard computer data from all these vehicles, as well as when we work with the retail level with dealerships, we collect historical records on how cars have failed over the past 10 years. 2 weeks ago, we were announced by the O'Reilly's list as one of the leading companies in machine intelligence within the space of predictive maintenance. And it's all been made possible because we've launched an all-in-one connected maintenance platform to help automotive dealerships increase customer retention to their service departments. The way it works is when you as a user go to buy a brand new vehicle from your dealership, it'll come equipped with the telematics device that plugs in underneath the dashboard of the vehicle. This is completely free of charge to you as a user. What's happening is that as you're driving around, PitStop's constantly monitoring over 300 sensors on your vehicle to provide you the most accurate insights on how your vehicle is going to fail. There's no bias from a service advisor trying to upsell you on things you don't need on your car. It's data-driven insights. And so this is what builds the trust and transparency between the vehicle owner and the dealership. And ultimately, with the press of a button, you can book an appointment right back to your service location. So it makes the whole customer experience seamless. We are growing at a rate of about 30% month over month in terms of our revenue. And we have about 250 devices being delivered to our dealership partners every single month as of right now.
Shiva, how much capital are you looking for? I don't think I saw that or heard that.
Yeah, so we're looking for $1 million at a 10% for 10% equity.
10%. And you came to that valuation how?
Based on the roadmap of our technology development and our execution already that we're running within the market today. So it's not 100% revenue driven, it is very much technology dependent.
You have multiple places where you can sell your data, because you collect data, right? You've already had pricing for dealers. There's no pricing for users yet, but there could possibly be. There's no pricing yet for OEMs who may want the data because it's multiple manufacturers. There are research companies out there who specialize in the automotive industry that may be of interest to this data once you build up enough data.
My name is Cher Grant, and I'm the founder and CEO of Wazio. Who is Wazio? Well, we started our business by building online stores to enable transform traditional IT companies who are selling servers and storage and networking, things like that, and also services business startups who are looking to find an outlet to transform their business into the service industry or without disrupting. For example, if I'm a hardware company and I want to get into the service space, but I don't know how to do that, they would come to Wazio and get an online store from us. So similar to Shopify and Wix and GoDaddy, where you hear about these online stores that you can go and pretty much put your own logo and throw your products in, Wazio is very similar in a sense of, we do just that. As a business, you can take your logo, throw it on your website, and then basically have a plethora of services that we offer. For example, some of the services that we offer in our catalog are Microsoft, voice-enabled Skype solutions. So when I say Microsoft, Office 365, different type of storage solutions, help desk, things like that. So some of our customers have given us feedback over the time saying, okay, I would like to transform my business from selling traditional hardware, but I don't really know too much about services. So what do? I don't really have anybody in my company to sell services. So this is when we thought, okay, there's an actual gap here. Maybe there's an opportunity for us to build a tool that enables our customers to be able to sell online as well as have a tool that they can have, let's say Autobot, right? That would speak to their potential customers that comes to their website and sees services, and they don't have somebody that can speak to them, but they have an automated app or a solution that we have provided to them to enable them with the sales. So what are some of the problems that companies are facing when they're trying to either transform or grow their business? Well, they can't find any pre-sales or technical staff. Either experts that are in the specialty of the services that they'd like to try and offer to their customer to offer value-added solution, they're either already hired or unfortunately they're working for themselves these days. And so I'm going to give you a quick demo here of one of our strategic partners. It's not working. Apologies, the demo's not working. 1 second.
The demo gods are attacking you.
Sorry about that, guys. It's part of the PowerPoint, so. We're looking for an investment of $500,000 to be able to change the world on being able to provide sales for customers by giving that interaction on the website and hopefully grow their business without impacting their business. Thank you.
So just in terms of the technology here, how are you validating this? Because the cost function here, in other words, your cost of getting it wrong is relatively high. If somebody asks, is Microsoft Skype available in Singapore? And the AI responds, sure, we sell Office all across Africa, or something like that. That response is inhuman. And another thing I noticed, this bot responded with like a 400-word answer in 0.1 of a second. So you immediately know you're not talking to a bot. Maybe you should put a delay in there. But the cost of getting the answer wrong can be quite high. You could lose a customer for that. So how do you validate the model? How are you ensuring the quality of the service that you're providing to your customers?
So definitely, we've already thought of that as well, is that if there is a situation where, because not everyone, forms a sentence in the same way. right? And sometimes we won't get it right. Well, obviously in the first year or so, we probably won't have every single way or possible way that one sentence can be phrased. So that's why we would have the interaction with either call as sales, call sales, or call the customer right away, or the customer can actually schedule a meeting or a conversation with a sales rep if the bot gets kind of confused, because it can happen, absolutely.
Do you feel that you're actually going to get the investment that you're looking for and the buy-in from the investors?
We feel confident, and whatever happens, the experience and getting all the feedback and things like that was going to help us build a phenomenal product.
Fantastic. And do you think the feedback that you were able to get from the audience has really helped you in polishing up your opportunity or your idea?
Absolutely.
Thus far, yeah. So far, we've learned so much.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Yourself? Oops.
Yeah, we're excited. Are you guys excited?
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited about the opportunity.
Yeah. So what did you learn from the presentation that you kind of screwed up yesterday?
A little bit.
Yeah, what happened?
It was a little bit nerve-wracking being on the stage in front of everyone and being in front of investors. It's the first time that we've done that. But we've learned a lot about the way that we should be presenting.
What's the one thing that you've learned?
Definitely about tweaking our pitch and making sure that it's right off the get-go from when we start speaking. That people can resonate with the idea.
So we don't want to invest with you right now.
Yeah.
The reason being because I don't think that you're clear enough as to where our money's going to go, and that's why we want to say no to you for the money side.
Right.
However, we want to support you in terms of maybe giving you some guidance and some intellect that you may be missing on your side, like things like let's become focused on where it is that you want to go, and let's help you start to generate cash flow first. Stay in communication with us. Let's increase your revenue, and then we'll take a look at coming in as a financial partner. At this point, we're saying no.
Has there ever been a moment where you just were ready to say, all right, I give up?
It crosses your mind every now and then, when you think you want to throw in the towel and say, I've had enough, right? You can kick me down, and I don't know how many times I can get kicked, and I'll probably stay down. But in the end, again, it goes back to what I said. When you're passionate and you believe that what you're doing you can't imagine doing anything else, the perseverance kicks that down. You say, you know what? I got kicked in the face, I got kicked down in the stomach, and whatever the case may be, but I got to keep doing this because I know I'm going to make a difference not only in my life, but in somebody else's.
Nadia, hey. What's up?
Hi.
Hey.
I'm not sure how to explain this, but a couple of our inventors cannot be contacted and they're not here.
What happened?
And that's both Rover and Pitstop.
They're not here at all?
Not at all. We haven't connected with either of them. We're not sure why they didn't show up today. I'm not sure what's going on with them.
And we were very clear with them to be here today at this time, right? Yesterday, yeah.
Oh, that's brutal. Because Pitstop, I was waiting for all day.
No, my
we were
God.
ready to cut them a check.
I know.
Sorry, buddy, you missed your chance.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Oh, and Rover, the same thing.
Rover, like, you know, that guy, he pretty much, as far as his technology is concerned, as soon as Honk was brought up as his competitor, he just disappeared.
Yeah, I think that's when he left yesterday morning. And
Rover got Honk.
Well,
but Pitstop were really disappointed because we wanted to invest in that company. We had all the panel members were really excited about it. This is the thing in life, you know. Most people start things but never complete. Had you just walked that extra mile, Pitstop, you would have been in the money. Too bad. This is one of our presenters that was here yesterday, and we were ready to, as a group, invest in his company. And this morning, the second day, he didn't show up. So what we're doing is we give him a quick call, find out what happened.
Hello?
Hi, Shiva? Hello? Hello, hello, hello? This is Sai. Who's this? Hello? That's funny. Okay, let's try it this way. I want to invest in your company. Are you there? This is what happened.
Hello?
Hello, I want to invest in your company. Are you still there?
Hello, hello, hello?
Hello? He can't hear me for some reason. This is Shiva. What does that mean in Hindi? Hey Shiva, how are you?
Good, how's it going?
All right, good. Listen, we were kind of wrapping up for this afternoon, and after your presentation, we indicated to you that we were very interested in investing with you, and then you didn't show up this morning. What happened?
Yeah, I had a family emergency that happened in the morning.
Yeah.
So I had to head out to the hospital. So it was like it was really random and sudden. I ended up messaging Timur a little later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
About the situation.
Right, I get that. Well, listen, you take care of your family, and then what we'll do is we'll catch up in the next week or so, and take a look at how we organize what we're going to do next with you. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thanks for taking the call, and we'll see you in next week or so.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good day.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right.